Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Terry. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys and gals are all doing well out there. It's kind of funny that I'm wearing my Twitch jacket today because that's exactly what we're going to talk about. As many of you know, I posted on Twitter a few weeks back, but by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should, x.com/ohheyterry. I post a lot of my stream stuff there. So if you want to go follow me to keep up with what I'm doing, go right ahead. Okay, I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you there. But as many of you know, I got accepted into the enhanced broadcast beta over on Twitch. And whenever you do that, they send you a link to their Discord server for the beta testers. And then you gotta, then they flag your account on the back end to accept this new type of data stream that Twitch is working on with this custom version of OBS that they worked on in collaboration with, again, OBS Studio themselves, Twitch, and NVIDIA for right now. Now, there's one thing that you gotta, keep in mind here, folks, is that this beta test is really only relevant to those that have NVIDIA-based graphics cards. But the good news, though, is that you can say, well, I have a, 1000 series, 2000 series. Maybe I have an older system I couldn't afford to upgrade, so I'm still rocking a GTX 900 series. Well, you know what? This enhanced broadcast beta software, if you have at minimum a GTX 900 series graphics card from NVIDIA, you can participate and it works just fine. Which in my opinion is pretty dang cool. Like, let's say you have a secondary PC for an encoding stream PC. If you have a GTX 900 series card in there, it's not going to be e-waste. It's not going to be ending up in a landfill. So that's really cool, guys. Good job. Now, in case some of you aren't familiar with this whole Twitch enhanced broadcast beta, what it is that the way transcoding normally has worked since the beginning on Twitch, or basically any website for that matter that does live video like this here, or even YouTube, like VOD stuff. Normally, the company or the platform servers takes care of all the transcoding behind the scenes on their end. Okay, but Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, said that one of the biggest expenses they have at Twitch are those transcode cycles. And on top of that, the hardware that they have for transcoding, they're a few years old now. So the quality of transcode that they can get, it's nowhere near as high as quality as what you can get with a modern day graphics card. Even some entry level ones from even a couple years or so ago, like the difference is night and day. That's where this enhanced broadcast beta comes in. Now, again, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card going all the way back to the GTX 900 series, you can participate. And how it works is that instead of sending one video and one audio stream to Twitch that Twitch's servers could then transcode, either via being an affiliate or from just being a partner to have guaranteed transcoding, the way this enhanced broadcast beta works is that you, the streamer, on your own machine are the ones that does the transcoding. Yeah, that's right. The caster does everything on their PC, but it's okay though. NVIDIA has had a dedicated encoding chip called the NVENC encoder that many of you are well aware of. Heck, you might even use it to stream right now to your favorite streaming platform. That dedicated encoding chip takes care of everything itself. And the great part is, in my testing, there's literally zero performance loss. It's actually really cool. And let's be honest here, folks. NVIDIA has, with their NVENC encoder, they have made huge strides in its efficiency, how well it performs, and more importantly, how awesome it can make your streams look. And this multiple client-side encodes, no exception. So the way it works right now, because they're still building this here up, there is no AV1 support. There is also no HEVC support. But for right now, we do just have the standard H.264 encoding. And in my opinion, for what it's worth, it does look pretty dang good. Now, the way it works right now is that, again, they're still building all this up behind the scenes, but there's a limit of 3 encodes right now: a 1080p 60, a 720p 30, and also a 360p 30. Now, as far as what kind of bitrate they're going to allow right now, I know that there was some rumors talking about how they're going to allow up to 10. That might be true potentially in the future with the different codecs and everything, but right now, all Twitch accounts that are using the beta software, they are limited to an 8.2 megabit per second aggregate bitrate. So in other words, what that means is that your system will be sending out an 8.2 megabit per second, bit rate to Twitch, but within that bit rate, those 3 different resolutions are split off. 1080p 60 is going to be at around 6,000 kilobits per second. The 720p 30 is going to be around, I think 1,500 kilobits per second, somewhere in there. And then what's ever left after that is going to be reserved for the 360p. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Terry, that's 3 streams that your one system has to pump out. Like, your performance in game has got a tank, right? You know what? In my testing, no, not at all. Now, the gameplay you're seeing right now is from one of my last live streams using the enhanced beta software over on Twitch. Of course, it's the only place you can use it. But this is a brand new survival game called Enshrouded. And I love the game. It's a lot of fun. I normally hate survival games, but I can't get enough of this bloody game. It's so much fun. And it uses its own custom engine, from what I know, for the graphics, physics, and how the game world's built and everything. So it's not what I would call 100% optimized yet. Okay, so I wanted to really push this new way to encode stuff, all the transcoding here done locally, and in other words, kind of like worst case scenario for this beta enhanced software, you know what I mean? And I'm happy to say, other than the little stutters that the game itself does on its own, I had no performance problems at all while playing an unoptimized game. And the video, the gameplay you're seeing right now is the 1080p 6000 kilobits per second version. And what's really cool about it too here, folks, is that I'm going to go ahead and pull up the beta here for you all so you guys and gals can see here, okay? Now, of course, this is the beta version. You're going to see right here, OBS 30.0.2 Enhanced Broadcast V12. Now, I want to just point this out here, okay? Anybody can find the download page for this. It's not hidden. It's all up online. But the thing is, though, is that you can download this and try to use it, but your account on Twitch's end has to be flagged to accept this kind of stuff on their ingest servers. Okay, so like you can't just say, oh, I'm going to find this and use it. No, your account has to be flagged to be allowed to use it. Okay, so you want to go into your settings here. You want to go into stream, and it's literally all it is right here. Just make sure this here is checked, enhanced broadcasting beta. And these two auto configuration tools right here, they work very well. Whenever this is set to auto, it's automatically set to 8200 for your bitrate, because again, it's an aggregated bitrate. And then for the reserved encoder sessions, again, right now it's 3. That's what this auto here does. But later on in the future, whenever they open it up to, I believe they're going to have up to 5. Let's say you might have an older graphics card and you don't want to send out 5 streams from it. Totally valid. Just go in here, uncheck auto, and put in whatever you want. So let's say 3 for like 1080p, 720p, and 360p, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? What I would love to see, though, is I would love to see them expand this out a little bit and actually have it listed out. So like if you uncheck auto, the whole list will populate like, okay, I want the top resolution to be 1440p, then 1080, or just something like that, that way you can actually select the resolutions. You know what I mean? But again, this is very early beta. That something like that can always come later. Same thing here for maximum streaming bandwidth. Now again, by default, this will be 8200, but let's say you're on a weaker internet connection, you can always come in here and type in 6000 or whatever your internet might be. Now keep in mind, because these, you know, the different resolutions are all going to be coming from this bit right here, depending on what your upload speed is or what your system can handle, the streams might not look the best right now. But again, though, the good news, though, is that, again, they are going to be introducing the HEVC AV1, not anytime soon, but they will be eventually to this beta. So that will make everything look a lot better at those lower bit rates anyway. So I would just say wait for that to come out. And a matter of fact here, folks, whenever this stuff here is actually enabled, again, to my knowledge here, everything in the video section here gets ignored. Same thing up here for the output stuff. This is where you would normally come in and do your Twitch settings and everything. But whenever, again, this enhanced broadcast beta checkbox is actually enabled, it ignores the output tab and it also ignores the video tab here. Okay, so again, whenever this is checked for the beta here, it's going to send out a 1080p 60, 720p 30, and again a 360p 30 as well. Now, while I did mention that this test can go all the way back to the GTX 900 series from NVIDIA, unfortunately, there is no current support right now for any AMD graphics cards or any of the newer Intel stuff. They partnered with NVIDIA specifically right now for this part of the test. Now, I would assume that they are going to add Intel support and AMD support at a later date, but as for right now, no such luck. Sorry, guys. But hey, you know what? That's okay. It's a beta for a reason, all right? Now, as far as a drawback to this beta, unfortunately, a vast majority of your plugins, add-ons, whatever you might want to call them, that you have installed on your version of OBS Studio, they more than likely will absolutely not work. If anything, trying to use them on this beta could potentially break the beta OBS version that you're using. So I would recommend that you don't try to install any kind of add-ons. Don't copy your add-on or plug in folders or anything to this new beta. Just run it out of the box the way it is. If you have any kind of custom docs, those will work because those are just, browser add-ons. They're not, changes to the software itself, just a URL for a browser. And again, those should work just fine. Like, for example here, this webcam cutout you're seeing here, this is the advanced mask plugin, and the border you're seeing is not an actual border. It's a stroke via the stroke plugin. This stuff here doesn't work in the beta version of OBS. But in my opinion, though, that's okay. I would much rather this beta be about the functionality of the transcoding, how everything just works in general. They can add support for add-ons and stuff later, which we all know they eventually will. Now, another little thing that I've been noticing people talk about in the beta Discord is that sometimes whenever they're using the beta software to stream with the multiple encodes and everything, that the video player on Twitch's end will just turn black, but a refresh of the page, it just fixes that. And I remember another user reporting how sometimes the audio would get desynced on the Twitch player on Twitch's end, but again, just a refresh of the page, and that worked out just fine from what I know. I haven't had those kind of experiences personally. Everything has worked for, lack of a better terms here, flawlessly, which is weird to say. Again, other than the lack of certain add-on plugin support in OBS on my machine, everything has just sort of kind of gone smoothly, which is weird to say, but hey, it is what it is. But with all that out of the way though, folks, what do y'all think? I'm going to pass the question on to you. Do you think this move by Twitch is a good thing? Do you think we're going to end up seeing higher quality streams, higher quality transcodes, and more importantly, like Dan Clancy said a few months ago, whenever he did an interview with Harris Heller and he was put on the spot and asked, now, hey, with this money-saving feature from Twitch now, will we see more money going into the pockets of streamers? And the answer was yes, which they already have kind of done with their Partner Plus program, or their Plus program now, I should say. But with all that being said, though, everybody, whenever more information comes out about this beta, or if they add some more features, I will gladly either update you all in a pinned comment down below, or I'll just make another video for you guys and gals if you would like that option as well. But I'm going to pass the question here to you all out there in the land of YouTube comments, okay? Is this something you're excited about? Are you going to participate in the beta? Have you applied for the beta? Have you gotten into it? If you have, what are your experiences? I would love to hear from you guys and gals. Sound off down below, and I will catch you all next time.